Great American Pot Show on YouTube. We are Weedtubing.
Tubizodes.
Weedtubisodes. This is Weedtubisode number 6? 7?
I don't know.
It's scary that we are Weedtubing. We have a great episode today.
It's really cool.
We have a really, really interesting guest named Patrick. Not his real name.
Not his real name.
But a comedian. That is
an actor.
His real profession. Yep. And an actor. Very talented guy.
You have like a hair thing.
Oh, thank you so much.
Zeta. We lost our funding, so we don't have our hair and makeup person anymore. So
lost our funding.
Yeah.
Doing it on the couch. Discovered Weedtube
on the
by
iPhones,
losing our funding.
With some amateur camera people.
iPhones.
Wait, don't. Oh God. Sorry.
Well
okay,
said.
pause and smoke some Zeta. That's what we smoked.
That's right. That's right. Pause.
All right, pause. We're still on the Zeta. Patrick's awesome. I think we don't have a product sponsor this week, but we would love one.
Week.
We would love one.
Please
I'll wear
subscribe.
Something. Yeah.
That's what we need to say
subscribe,
in these
subscribe,
intros.
Comment. We've been
We're
getting
not
going to
talk about Trump this week. Yes.
Yeah. The eclipse eclipsed him.
Yes.
He's eclipsed. He's eclipsed.
We're just going to be goofy
and
say absolutely nothing if only not to talk about Trump.
I was not on Facebook or Twitter basically at all except to check our post. And I was just like, I didn't look at the paper. I didn't look at any of the things that I subscribed to. I didn't look at any of the things that any of my subscriptions, like the Washington Post that I paid for, or the New Yorker magazine, and all this stuff that I'm now paying for. Pay for your people. Eclipse.
Enjoy. Check into astrology if you want to know more about what we're saying. This is the Great American Pot Show. My name is Michael Edelstein, pot shaman to the stars. I can't believe I'm actually now saying that about myself. It's embarrassing. That was originally said about me by the LA Times and the LA Weekly, and I would never actually say it out loud. But now we have a reality show where we did.
We're about to interview, or not interview, I'm sorry, Shamanic Sesh.
Yes.
Pot Shamanic Sesh with a pre-star. This is the pre-star.
Pre-star.
Patrick, you saw him here first on Gaps.
Pot shaman to the pre-stars. Is that all?
We love you.
Subscribe, like. So, let's start with a tiny bit of backstory. What I want to start with is why you are here. Okay. And then I also, even before we get to why you're here, you and I have had a couple of not quite full sessions together already. We've gotten to know each other a tiny bit.
Yeah.
And in order to lay the groundwork for the shamanic session, you took some Zeta.
Yes.
And that has been for you, that's sort of laying the groundwork.
Awesome.
And it's been awesome. So
it's been awesome. I want
you to tell us a little bit about your Zeta experience and then get into why you're here.
Okay. So the last time I tried it, am I supposed to look in the camera? Is that okay? Or no?
Totally cool.
You can look wherever you
totally
want.
Cool. I can look in the camera. Okay. So the first time I tried it, it was 2 times ago. I don't remember.
The Zeta.
Yeah, I tried the Zeta, and it was phenomenal. I mean, it wasn't where I'm like...
Yeah, didn't you tell me you wrote like 6 jokes?
I did. I wrote some great... In fact, I'll tell you one of them. Okay? It's not solid yet, but it's going to be funny. You know how women dance sexy for their husbands?
Yes.
But you never picture a husband dancing sexy for a woman because we're not sexy. Okay? We're just not. We're guys. Okay? But I figured out a way where you can be sexy as a man and dance for your wife. Okay? All you got to do is be like, I'm washing the dishes. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm taking out the garbage. Ooh, ooh. I'm peeing sitting down. No, sorry, that too far.
Yeah, that one. That one. You lost the sexy on.
I think it could be funny. I'm working on it.
Right. I think it could be funny, too. I think it could be funny, too.
Could it? Was it?
Well, because the idea behind it is that a man doing dishes is dance.
I had a bunch of them they're in my phone.
Yeah, that's what a woman wants to see. That's what the wife wants to see the husband do.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm using a coaster,
Right. Using a coaster.
Stuff like that.
All right. You don't Why are you here? Why do you want to have a shamanic experience? You seem like you're very level-headed. You seem like you love your craft. You seem like you're having fun in life.
I am.
So what in the world do you feel like you need a shamanic healing session for?
Okay, well, I'll tell you why, really. Yeah. I'm at a point where I want something to happen in my career. And I'm right on the verge. And so I want to maybe come up with ideas to make that go over the top. Get a television show. Get my movie made. Get something like that. So just to push me over the top.
Okay, so that's the shamanic session.
Mm-hmm.
That's the topic of the shamanic session. This is something that a lot of people can relate to. Let's be real. Feeling like you're ready to pop, you're on the verge, you're on the cusp, and wanting that thing to happen in the external world that is going to give you satisfaction. And that is going to give you the feeling of success itself, and happiness.
That's right. Well, I mean, you gotta have happiness right now. I'm pretty happy right now.
Okay.
It's not that it's gonna bring me happiness. It's gonna bring me more shit, basically. Money. I'm pretty happy right now, but
So you just
security.
said, I'm pretty happy right now.
Yeah.
But I want this because it's going to bring me more shit.
Well, you got to want something.
Well,
what's the point of living if you don't want anything?
Well, look, here we have we have a Rumi and we have a Hafiz. And both of these gentlemen would very strongly say, and these are considered basically two
You're talking about the authors, not the books.
Yes.
Okay.
These authors would say, well, the whole object is to not want.
Okay, well...
So...
Yeah, but if you don't want anything, you're just going to sit on the couch all day. I don't want to do anything. I don't want anything. I don't want TV. I don't want food. I don't want anything. You just sit there.
It's an excellent point. And that brings us to part 2 of what those guys are saying.
We finished part 1 already?
Yes.
That's amazing.
You want...
Was that part 1 of the session or part...
Part 1 of this particular talk of Rumi and
Dude,
Hafiz.
come on, I kicked ass. I had to be a record.
What?
It took 2 seconds to get over the first part.
Okay, now you're probably using humor
I'm messing with you.
as a defense here, because what I'm saying to you is not easy to hear.
Okay.
But are you wanting things that are external to yourself and imagining that those things are going to bring you happiness when you even just said those things are going to bring you more shit?
Well,
so my point to you is, are you not saying that it would be wise, and are not all the wise men saying, who we need to honor, especially as we're getting on in years, we're not kids anymore.
Right.
We have to honor wisdom, and wisdom says wanting something outside of you to give you happiness is folly.
I see your point. I was looking at it from a different perspective, that if you have nothing you desire, you're not going to have the drive. Now, but you're absolutely right. You can still have the drive and be happy and grateful for what you have. But you still, if you want to get from point A to point B, you have to have a direction. That's what I'm looking at.
Now, let's talk about wanting, because, and this was part 2 of Rumi and Hafiz. What they basically say, and this is where it gets where you lose, a lot of the population right here. So I'm acknowledging that. But what they would say is, yes, you still want. Want does not go away.
Right.
But what you want changes. And what you want becomes God. And God is translated for us as that spirit within that you can connect with.
Right.
So that's what you want. You want the spiritual truth. You want the truth.
No, absolutely. I agree with that. Absolutely.
So your desire needs to start to become pinpointed towards that, and therefore it needs to actually come off of those things in the world. Mm-hmm. Now, it doesn't mean that you don't still act as if you want those things.
Right.
Because that is part of
because I'm an actor.
Living in the world. And you're an actor. And you have to put food on the table.
Exactly.
So you can still act as if you want those things. But you need to make sure that the true desire is heading upwards towards that spiritual thing.
Yeah, I mean, look, if unless you're totally accepting of going to the end of your life, dying, and going into blackness, unless you really believe that, I agree with you, and I believe in spiritual too, so I agree with you. I mean, I think one of the things I've been doing is meditating. Actually, it's an amazing epiphany I had tonight because I was telling someone, a friend of mine, that she just got a big job with a big producer, and she's a good friend, and she's always looking out for me. And but I was telling her that
big job, big producer.
Well, yeah. Well, I thought this was part of the show. You got to talk about anything and everything. But this is
I'm with you.
Because entertainment's part of my
I get
life,
it.
so.
I have personal right now. I have to full disclosure because we're trying to sell our show, The Great American Pot Show. I have a lot of feelings around the whole notion of like.
I get it. Yeah.
Well,
it's
LA. It's like I don't want to hear it. It's like I don't want to hear about Donald Trump this week. I don't even want to hear about it.
I don't even. I can't even. I just think Canada's going to build a wall because we're going to start wanting to all get over there.
Oh no! So Canada should definitely.
I think they should soon.
And we should be paying for it.
Cheers to that.
That's funny.
Yeah.
So Patrick, why is it that you still want this show so badly though? Do you think it's gonna change you or make you?
I want to stop working a day job. I want to create. I want to work all day on what I love.
Okay.
How about that?
Okay, great. So why are you here?
Didn't I just say that?
I mean, again, you don't expect me to just make it happen. So, go home, keep imagining that it's going to happen. And it will. And more shit will come into your life.
Just keep imagining it?
Yeah. I mean, if that's really what you want.
I just have to sit and imagine it.
You just have to sit and imagine it. Absolutely.
Well, what's the incubation time on imagining something and making it?
I don't know. That's not my call, but it definitely will happen.
It definitely will happen. What if I die first?
Then you will die first. What are we?
Well, then it didn't happen.
But then you'll be fine.
No, I'll be dead.
No, you'll be fine.
Dead, fine.
You'll be fine.
You don't have bodies in the basement here, do you?
So, why do you want this show?
Well, I guess how many times I gotta tell you? I want this show, so that I can. Okay, here's the thing.
Yes.
I want to hook up my friends. How about that? I want to hook up my friends. I want us all to create. I want,
This is Hollywood, people. This is Hollywood. I hope we have some Trump listeners out there, and I want to know what you guys. Trump listeners? Okay, that's a decent phrase.
What does Trump have to do with this?
That you guys will comment on this video. Because I want to hear from the other side about the entertainment industry. I think it's fascinating.
What do you mean?
Well, just how the entertainment industry is perceived by the typical non-lefty. That's what I mean.
I'm not really a lefty.
Okay.
I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not. But I'm not.
You a Trump voter?
No.
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 Okay.
No, I consider myself a person who just tries to look at reason. All politicians are fucked up. They're all liars. They're all full of shit. We don't know what they're really doing up there.
But you said you want a show because you want to hook up your friends. Is that real?
Yes, that would be awesome.
Are you real? Really?
I really want to do that. Yes.
And why do you want to do that so badly?
Because they're going to be watching this. I'm just kidding. They're going to be watching this podcast, and I just want to
Okay, well, look.
I really do want to hook you up. I really do.
Here's the thing.
Especially you.
Here's the thing. You are going to be hugely successful, and we would like to, profit from that.
We want to be
part of that. Well, of
course. Oh, you guys want to profit?
Of course. I mean, first of all, I don't know why when you think about your show, you're not already including us, because I would be seriously thinking about getting the Shaman and the Apprentice integrated into your show. You're integrated into our show. I mean, granted, you're a client having a session, but nonetheless,
you said the
you're
Apprentice.
Integrated into our show.
Oh, yeah. Well,
so we could be integrated into your show, which I do think is going to pop soon. I think you're on the verge.
Now who's being Hollywood?
I'm not being Hollywood. I'm taking a cue off.
You're networking during a shamanistic shamanite
No,
thing.
I'm taking a cue off of what you said about wanting to hook up friends. Okay?
So you're acting like me now.
I'm not acting like you. I'm the friend. I'm not you.
You sound like you want a show with me.
I'm the friend. I want you to hook us
up. You're wanting.
That's exactly. I'm acting as if I want.
When I did it, it was wrong. When you do it, it's okay?
Are you purposely forgetting everything that we discussed? I'm acting as if I want this. Okay? So what I'm saying to you is you should hook us up, and we should, because you don't know when it's going to pop, I think we need to immediately integrate the Great American Pot Show and the Shaman and the Apprentice into your show.
You're not going to
probably tonight.
Wait, you're not going to pull out a contract right now, are you?
Did
you plan this? Was this all planned? Is this why I'm here?
Listen, in all seriousness.
What did you hear? Did you hear something good about my show?
This has nothing to do with deals. I seriously want you to hear this. This has nothing to do with...
You're touching my leg.
Okay, is that okay?
I don't quite feel right about it.
Okay. Listen, you are...
We don't touch each other's legs in my family. I'm sorry. Sorry. Okay. No offense.
No, that's totally fine. I tend to touch legs, and it's totally fine. And now, you know what? I've totally lost my train of thought.
Well, because you touched my leg.
No, I think it's because you told me not to touch your leg. What I was saying was this. Deals...
I didn't tell you. I kind of just said you touched me.
Deals don't matter.
Okay.
What matters is the creative process. So what we should think about is how the Great American Pot Show is connected to your show. What's your show about? Really quickly. Thumbnail. Premise line.
Where did the shamanite stuff go? Where's that going? We're not talking about me anymore. We're talking about you hooking up your show with my show.
This is the Shamanic Session. You said what you wanted.
So
you said what you wanted, and then the essence of what you wanted was to hook up your friends. So we should be on that bead. That's the Shamanic Session.
So that's what you do. You bring people in, and then you try to connect your show.
I love the resistance. I do. I love the resistance and the cynicism and the framing what I'm doing.
But that's what you're doing.
But I'm not. I'm taking what you're saying. Okay, this is your session, not mine.
I said that?
You said that you want to help other people. You want to hook people up with the sort of bounty of your show. So I'm saying, let's think about integration right now. That hooks us up. Look, and I'm not saying it because I want. I'm saying it because...
Well, what about my friends I've known for 20 years?
We can hook you up. The energy of this show, the Great American Pot Show, is so huge that by integrating it...
It's huge?
Propel...
It's huge?
Your thing.
Where's your studio?
Okay? Again, you're talking external. Now, I know you hear me.
We're in a bedroom. It's a
quickly,
garage. There's a house there. This is the garage.
Show about. Give me the thumbnail. Give me the one sentence. Elevator pitch. What is it?
You want me to... If your show's huge, you want me to put my idea...
There is something deeper going on. We are provoking you, the shaman and his apprentice, and you're being provoked. What's the deeper thing? Do you not want to help us out?
Well, no, I'm in here.
I mean, don't you want us? Aren't we your friends? You said you want to hook your friends up.
Yeah, but I mean, every single one of my friends that's known me for 10, 20 years wants me to help them
too.
So
go deeper.
How many people can
go deeper? Forget the friends.
All right. I guess. I mean. All right.
I don't know if you want to help your friends.
That's okay.
Okay. I guess I want to make the world better. I want to make people happy. I want. Ultimately, it'd be great to get rid of all the pain and all the suffering and all that kind of stuff.
Go deeper.
I want to make people happy, I guess.
Go deeper.
Making people happy makes me happy. Yeah? Is that good? Deeper?
Why do you want to make people happy, really? Do you really care? I think we just proved in this shamanic session, and I think what Lauren said is spot on, and I can't believe that I just assumed that it was understood, but of course it needs to be clarified. Maybe you don't want to help people, or you don't care about other people, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Well, if I don't care about
people... In other words, you're not driven by helping other people or wanting other people to be happy. Go deeper. What is it that is driving you?
I guess, ultimately, I want to be happy. I want to be happy all the time.
And so you're not happy right now?
I get unhappy when I see things. Stupidity, anger, lack of compassion, people being disconnected and not seeing each other ever, walking around like zombies, and with no real connection between each other, and not realizing. I mean that's what the ultimate thing is in life, is to connect with people. I mean there's nothing else that's more satisfying than really connecting and talking to people, and really having that compassion to not just tolerate people, but to love them for who they are, and love what's underneath. Love who they are for their problems, and to realize when you're an asshole sometimes. I've been an asshole many times, and to realize that just because you're an asshole doesn't mean you're a bad person. Not only that, same goes for other people. Just because they're an asshole doesn't mean they're not a good person underneath. Everybody can be an asshole. They could be going through all these things in our head, and I think that's one of the major issues with humans, people, is that we have this. We let the worry control us. We let the worry distract us. We let the anger and the fear distract us from the connection with other people.
Do you have a reason? Do you have a drive for why you want your show to happen that goes beyond? And when I say beyond, I don't mean more noble.
You're right.
I mean more, what's really motivating you?
I'm an idealist.
Who do you want to impress?
I want to believe in God. I want to believe in a higher power. I want to believe in something bigger than just being here and dying.
What are you afraid of?
Darkness, of nothingness after,
Death.
Loss of identity, loss of just never having think, or to never be able to think again, to never even know it, to complete oblivion. I think that's the fear that we all go through.
Do you want to pursue shamanism as an approach to your life, or not?
this is good that we're talking deeper about stuff, because it's a conversation you normally never have. I mean, this is my first experience with being involved in this. But I like it. You know, I've watched it a couple times and I've come back. You know.
Oh, you've watched our show.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. That's very cool.
And just and just
you know, we're trying to be real.
Well, just coming over here and watching too.
Right.
And getting into the conversations even after the show.
Yeah. Which
goes so much deeper than 99% of my conversations in the last year, probably. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy to think about? That most people probably never even have these conversations. They don't even go deep. They just live their lives and they say these small conversations, small talk their entire fucking lives.
Right. And that's why it is important to call it shamanism, to call it ceremonial, to call it a shamanic session, because that creates the space for this kind of conversation to transpire. Are we to the point where I think we, we could potentially work together for years, or just tonight. You know what I mean? That's also the case.
I definitely, you know what? I'm going to be really honest. I definitely love coming here. I want to come back.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
I think we made a pretty big breakthrough tonight.
Yeah. Actually, I said a lot of things that I did not think I was going to say, and I made some realizations that bugs me.
And you know what I really liked? That at the end there, you were really feeling deep into your body. You really settled in. Your voice changed, and something really nice happened. And, as a shaman, I gotta say, I love actors. They're my favorite people, and comedians are actors too. So to see that happen to your body and your voice made me like, okay, well, there's a lot of like openings that could be had in the world of performance.
Yeah, I mean, I guess just being able to make those realizations and being someone who creates work that other people will see, maybe it's inspiring to me that maybe these thoughts and ideas could be conveyed into some form of entertainment that actually connects to people and wakes them up and enlightens them and puts them on a path toward enlightenment, even better.
Yeah.
Rather than just give them a single epiphany.
There is no single epiphany.
Where they go home and forget about everything.
No single epiphany. Great American Pot Show.
That's why people can come back.
Thank you guys. Subscribe, comment, subscribe, like, comment, subscribe, like, comment, subscribe, like.
I'm not doing the cheer.